What is poppin', bro? It has been a minute since I did a trade recap, I swear. Um I don't think I did one yesterday, no. And then today, yeah, we're gonna finally get back into it. But I kinda wanna go over tomorrow's price action first. Or not tomorrow's, yesterday's. Just because of the fact that I didn't do it yesterday, which is a lucky kind of mistake. However, there was really nothing to go over. Like, it was kind of like a fuck day. I got stopped. This was the like kind of the move. I got stopped long twice, and they were both good losses. You know, they were both perfect losses in my opinion. Um, there's nothing I could have done really. I just had to tank that loss and move on. But then yeah, so let's go to yeah, and that loss put me back on my express is about $300 that day. So that was a bad, not really bad day. I just took two trades of $150. So that's kind of why that happened. Um, let's get into today then. So we have news, not news, but we had the market basically opening up right around our midnight and 8:30 open with consolidation overnight. And we have a bunch of news: 9:45, 8:15, 10 a.m. news. So it's gonna be a very slow day in the morning, and that's indeed what it was. So we got this push up, and we put in. This is a daily order block, wick. So I decided to mark that shit out, and we stayed at the bottom of this wick, broke lower, and then 9:45 news came in, still waiting. 10 a.m. news came in, and this induced sellers in the market. We had really nice bullish news come out, so I was kind of like surprised to see us go lower, but then I go to ES and I'm like, all right, wait a minute, we have this buy side on ES is insane. We don't have any buy side sweep. We have this larger time from SMT, but this is not going to hold. Anyways, we get this sell side take with Nasdaq, and we get an SMT. So at this point, I'm like, all right, this is looking good for longs. I go on to not Nasdaq ES because it is fundamentally stronger, as the bullish SMT was on there. Like, we didn't take out this low. If you look, this is an order block, or no, this is an order block. Slept liquidity in an order block, so came down, sweep them motherfuckers. So we broke structure here. However, you can see that this woman right here, this retest of the breaker makes it a breaker. Like this, coming up into the breaker on the 15-minute, breaking lower, or coming in the order block, breaking lower, closing above, returning into it, making it a breaker, and then going higher. Then I want to get to my entries on ES. So these were, the first trade was a 5-second entry. I wanted, immediately after taking buy side, I was like, yo, I think price is going to be pretty bullish to the highs. We don't, it's already 10 o'clock. We're going to want to be, find our way there. So we get this, this fair value gap down here, the order block, the order block's right here. Order block's right here. We get our push up, we got our push back down. This is now our propulsion block. So this is now my new order block. And I take an entry in there, once in here, and then once again at this fair value gap, because we have another fair value gap down here that's left open. So then, let that take run, and then take another long, once we reach up here, and then you come down and get tapped out, break even. So once we run this low again, I'm like, okay, even better. I think I can get an even better entry, and it'll be something definitely nicer than that 5-second, because that 5-second I just didn't really feel fully confident in. However, once you came back down, sub liquidity, right here is where we have our, we have this big old order block that takes us to the downside. This is already break structure right here with this up close candle, and you put in two fair value gaps, and I enter on this first one. I need to remember why. Like, I entered right here very early. Oh, yeah. Okay, I entered off the, give me a second. Strange Valiloquy, which is on they don't. This is a propulsion block right here. This is my order block. I like how price, came above, returned back into it. This is not my propulsion block, so I'm using that to go higher. And then, bro, what did I long off rip? Like, what made me long? Because I knew it was off of propulsion, I guarantee it. Okay, it was this propulsion right here. This order block, up close propulsion that tapped back into the order block, entered right off that, and then that basically was the double fair value gap setup on the 15 second right here, and as well as the 30 second, because this propulsion block was basically the differential. Like, we have a fair value gap below it. This propulsion is what, is going to separate this upper fair value gap, which is going to be my entry, from the lower one. So if I just take an entry early, at that propulsion, it's an even better entry. So then once that happens, I notice on the 30 second we have a double fair value gap again. So I take another entry, and then once we break the high, I take another entry to pyramid on there, because now I'm like basically at break even risk. And yeah. So anyways, price comes up to here. I take one partial. I just secured basically like 300, and then price came all the way back down, retraced into a 2-minute order, a 2-minute fair value gap sequence, 1, 2, retraced under it. As soon as we get that another close out of it, I took a long and then took profit at the high. So really nice day. I liked how I managed my positions. There was no stupid trades taken. Maybe like this one. I don't know what I did here. I didn't remember. Yeah, I just like longed one and then just got like stopped. It was like a dumb thing. It was just like for fun. But yeah, like that was like $100 loss. So it would have been like $600 day. But yeah, no, it was a really clean day. I liked how we waited for this news to go by. Like, we didn't even trade the fundeds or nothing, because like the conditions today. And honestly, it probably would have been the play to trade my challenges. Not my challenges, my fundeds, because I did feel pretty good about the entries. The 5-second ones were a little more risky, yes, I'll give it that. But then us, like seeing this up move right here, right here into our 15-minute like breaker. But then like this was basically like, if you look on the 3-minute, we have a fair value gap right here that could take us lower. We have 2 fair value gaps. So at this point I'm like, okay, potentially there's a short, but I'm not gonna short below my 830, below my 12. That's just basically faking it out. We took our relative equal lows, we have the order block, and then I'm bullish on the day with these relative equal highs that were left behind. So that was kind of the narrative. And then yeah, this coming back down, taking liquidity again, reinforced the trade even more. And this is another like this is an order block right here, and then propulsion block that basically, but there's no propulsion block on the 2-minute, on the 1-minute, sorry. Only on those smaller time frames. But yeah, no, not a bad day. I'm gonna be risking heavy on this XFA, this challenge. Just gonna have fun with it, to be honest. And today was a prime example of taking advantage of the challenge and being able to trade and refine my strategy more and more as the day goes on. But yeah, no, I loved how literally today went. It couldn't have been better, unless maybe if I didn't get stopped out break even and hit max profit on the day, that would have been nice, because that was the target, max profit. But I'm gonna take what I can get and be content. There's no issues on that side of the fence for me. But yeah, no, we're just gonna stay locked with these XFAs. Tomorrow's NFP, so I'm gonna definitely dabble and see what's gonna go on there. But yeah, no, I like my performance, and this was I don't remember when I missed. I think last week. I can't remember. But something that I want to kind of note is that on my winning weeks, it's like about $400, $500 winning weeks. Like for this, like quite a bit. I think like the average of this would be like 300 maybe, $300, $400 weeks. I'm gonna be risking, like you see my risk. I'm risking up to $300 now per day. So I'm gonna start looking towards $600, almost 1K days on my XFA. And yeah, I'm just gonna low key treat these accounts like challenges. Like, this is what I should be doing. I should be doing this kind of work on the XFAs, and then basically printing out results. But just like the conditions, and it's NFP Thursday. Like, I'm not really supposed to be fully locked in today if you're not like a profitable, consistent trader. So even I decide to just trade combines and nothing else. But yeah, clean day, clean session, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.